everyone, and welcome to Austin360 Studio Sessions, brought to you by Bud Light. I'm Amy Edwards from Austin360 Radio, and today for Studio Sessions, we are super excited to welcome Nina Diaz. Nina has been in the music scene for most of her life. She's a solo artist now, but formerly she fronted Girl in a Coma, which was highly critically acclaimed indie punk band that was nurtured by Joan Jett. She's also they opened for Morrissey, for Tegan and Sara, and she's earned multiple independent music awards. So Nina, welcome to Austin360 Studio Sessions. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me today. Thank you for refreshing my memory on all the cool stuff I've done. You kind of forget sometimes. It's awesome.
It's very easy to forget. I understand that. So anyway, we're very impressed and stoked to have you play today. Can you just tell me a little bit about what you're going to play today? And then I encourage everybody to stick around for an interview afterward.
Yeah, of course. So right now is the perfect time to work on new material. So I'm going to be playing 2 new songs. One song is called Holy Mary, Mother and Me. And that's me connecting more with my inner goddess and my spirituality, with my rock element as well. Another new song is Twilight Serenade. That's me embracing my glam side, my Mark Bolan side, having some fun with the dreaminess of that. And one of my songs that was released off of my solo record, The Beat Is Dead, is called January 9th. That'll be the 3rd song I'm playing, which is one of the songs I wrote after I was sober, after I became sober. So it's a very emotional song of me kind of asking for forgiveness for things that I had done when I was using. So I'm going to take you on a bit of a ride there, some new stuff and something older.
Oh my God, I'm very excited. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I can't wait to chat after the performance.
Awesome, me too.
I'm calling. I offer honey to the gods. I confess was faithless, breathless. Hear me, Holy Mary, Mother in me. I am calling you a lady. Holy Mary, Mother in me. I'm kneeling. I offer it's a cold and quiet night. Such a cold and quiet night without you. I'll make my way. I'll make my way back home to you now. My heart is beating, don't you hesitate. My hands are shaking, let's just take away our pain now. I see the sun, it's rising. I fear our time is running short. No, it's a cold and quiet night. It's such a cold and quiet night. Deep inside my race, you want that soft embrace. Lost in time and space. Take my hand and let's begin to live again. Oh, I see the sun is rising. I fear our time is running short. Ooh, no, it's a cold and quiet night. Oh, it's such a cold and quiet night without you. Every time I try to find another place to stay, every time I try to look away, you seem to cave. Oh, in the back of my mind, in the back of my mind. Every time I try to look away, I scream your name. Every time I try to walk away, you're still the same. Oh, in the back of my mind, in the back of my mind. I don't wanna be the bad one. I don't wanna be the sad one that you'll find. You'll find. I don't wanna be the bad one. I don't wanna be the sad one that you find.
wanted to start off by asking you what we ask all of our artists, and you kind of touched on this a little bit already, but how has COVID affected you and the pandemic, and how has it pushed you in your music and in your life?
So right now, this deep into the pandemic and the quarantine, you start to experiment with different things and see the different sides of yourself. At first, I'm sure for a lot of people, it was very dark and very confusing and very taking it personally as to why can't I go out? What do you mean I can't do this? Like you get to see how your ego really reacts to changes, and how you see that it's not just happening to you, it's happening to everybody else. I think that was like something for everyone to kind of adjust with, and I definitely adjusted with that, because actually me and my husband, who plays drums for me, we had just moved back from LA, because I was living in LA all of last year, and we happened to move back in February for financial things and then for family health reasons. And it was the perfect time to move back, because then all of this stuff happened, so we were able to be with family. In the beginning of the pandemic, I was very low, very depressed, because I was like not sure what I was going to do next. And this has actually given me that time to think, which it's forcing everybody to think about what you want to do next. And I'm slowly getting that creative flow back. And I've been working with a lot of nonprofit organizations as well. There's one in town called San Antonio Soundgarden, which helps youth start to get familiar with writing music and recording music. So I figure right now is my time to learn and to teach whenever I can, and just grow in any way that I can.
So you mentioned, pushing yourself spiritually during the pandemic. And I love that you brought up that that's reflected in your music. And you also mentioned something earlier about goddesses and like channeling that. And I've been on a major goddess kick. In fact, I'm wearing a goddess necklace right now. So I want to know like what that means to you and how you're seeing that reflected like in all you're doing.
Yeah. So, for instance, in Holy Mary, Mother and Me, I speak of Mother Mary. And I was raised Catholic, but I did jump around to different, as an artist, we do, try different religions out. And I was into Krishna. And then for a moment, I wasn't into anything, into Hermetic Kabbalah, like just all over. And when it comes down to it, like Mother Mary, she is a goddess to me, because it's that power, it's that strength, it's that nurturing energy. And all of us, women and men, we all have that in us. But as women, we are so much more connected to with our cycles and everything, to the moon, to nature. It's just like a natural connection. Not that men can't, not that trans can't. It's something that we all can. It's something that's in us. It's just with us, it's like bam, it's right there. It's right there. So it's realizing it's there, and growing from that, and not being afraid to express that in my music now. Because there was a moment after The Beat is Dead, where The Beat is Dead is about my sobriety, about when I was using deep into my sobriety and figuring life out, creating without using. And I hadn't written really anything for a while. And when I was living in Los Angeles, I worked at a metaphysical shop, because you need to find a day job when you're in LA, right? And it was a cool day job to have. And before that, I would have my own practices where I would connect with the rosary. And I kind of understood Archangel Michael. Like I kind of understood some archangels, but LA gave me some time to really have that study time. And coming back home, I feel like I've got the basic tools that I need to start to embrace my inner goddess now. So it's really that power, that nurturing energy, and it's not like it's like not having a filter, but it's just being fearless in the end. Because I think right now is a time for all of us to speak up, and the best way is to express those things you're most afraid of to yourself, so that you can help other people. And me personally, connecting with archangels and connecting with goddesses, all these deities, really helps me find my way along my life in general, and then creatively as well.
Yeah, you kind of touched on what my next question was too, which was about finding that authenticity and overcoming that fear. And that's a really beautiful thing. And so like, do you feel like, I'm trying to think how to phrase this quite right, but just the growth of honesty in your own life, do you feel like maybe the world is kind of reflecting that too around you?
Oh, definitely. The world is, whether the world likes it or not, we are being faced with our shadows. We are being faced with, if something makes you uncomfortable, why does it make you uncomfortable? And knowing at first, when you start to express that vulnerability, it's going to feel odd and it may not feel authentic at first, but it's because you're not used to showing that vulnerability. What usually feels authentic is hiding or following the pack sometimes. When those people that were following the packs, and myself included, where you rely on everybody else's opinion for a long time, and you think, I know what I want, but I'm not so sure because this person says that person says that, is that what I'm supposed to think? Those people that, again, myself included, that were thinking like that for a long time, now it's shaking things up where you realize, I do know what I want to say, because all of this is happening right now that is forcing me to really think and to know I'm not alone with those people that are silent and finally speaking up. And again, it's vulnerable, and it feels like you're the term fake it till you make it kind of thing. It's gonna feel like not genuine until you get into that you reprogram your brain in a way, because we're so used to trauma. Sometimes we're so used to acting a certain way that you got to remember, when you were first born, you didn't just start running right away. You crawled, and it's the same thing with any kind of new way of thinking. So I definitely think right now everybody's waking up to that.
Have you found that since you've embraced more authenticity and gotten to this point that your music has resonated more with your fans?
Definitely. Now that I've been open about my healing, open about my spirituality, I get messages, and I read my messages. I get messages all the time of people thanking me for speaking up about something, or especially when it came to my sobriety. And I love when people write me and say, I'm 2 months sober, or this is new for me. I don't know, where to go. And I love to be able to share anything that I can to get them on the right path. Because it's different for everybody, but I could share what worked for me. So it's helping me for that accountability. And it's me remembering, when people follow my page, they want to know me, because I've been in this business
Yeah.
for 20 years now. And it's crazy to think of that of like, I've been doing this for 20 years. And a big chunk of that time, though,
Yeah.
it was a good time. It was a great, amazing, very lucky time with Girl in a Coma, and we did amazing things. But I don't think I was very present. And now, again, this time is forcing everybody to be present. And so, using my platform, I'm thinking, what do I got to lose? Just do it, Nina. Like, just connect. Like, no, they like you, they want to know you, they want to see you try new things, because they give the artists, I mean, I'm inspired by Mark Bolan, David Bowie, Bjork. Like, what if they never got out there and openly shared what they were doing? Then it would just be alone in their room. So if I'm able to express myself and somebody connect with it, that makes me really happy. So it's been really cool to see that people are still following me, and they're open to what I have to say now, and they're changing, and they're growing with me, which is great.
So cool. And yeah, that was my next question, was asking you about your style and your style evolution, because I love your makeup today. I love your whole look. It is on point, and I'm a crazy Mark Bolan fan. I could look through pictures of him forever. So if people don't know, of course, he fronted T-Rex. So just tell me a little bit about your style evolution, and I don't know, a little more about the makeup, because I'm digging it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was just watching some Mark Bolan videos before. There's something when you create, it's just like you get muses that pop up to you. And Mark Bolan was sneaking in a year ago, and then, like, it's weird, like somebody somebody will just keep popping up in my mind, and I'll feel like, okay, am I supposed to listen to you now? And I was on a Mark Bolan kick, but then that's when I moved to LA, and then, like, life happened where you get sidetracked. So it was more of internal that I was working on while I was in LA. So now that I'm back home, and the things that we've been transitioning with, I'm thinking, well, what I feel inside, let's start to show that on the outside, and let's have some fun, with the makeup. I'm a performer too, and embracing that performer energy. And because I've tried this before, like I have a friend, his name is Lawrence Mercado, and he actually just got nominated with American Horror Story, the last season, because he's a special effects makeup artist. He's doing great, but he would try on different makeup things with me when I was in Girl in a Coma, but it just always felt off, like for me to be the only one that was wearing makeup in Girl in a Coma that way. And I just couldn't, it didn't feel authentic, you know, like I still feel like I couldn't have a grasp on it. So, and when I released my solo record, I tried to do like, I want to have this style, but then you get lazy after a while, like it just happens. And now I'm thinking, you know what, do it right, you know, like you're comfortable with your body, you have curves, you like makeup, let's just have some fun right now. And for there's going to be a lot of positive comments, and if that one negative one, it doesn't matter, look at all the positive ones, you know, there's always going to be somebody that's like, wait a minute, what are you doing, you know, and the past that used to discourage me, and I think, oh wait, they don't like it, you know, but now I'm like, you know what, I don't know where this life is going to lead to, you know, like, well, I don't know when this is all going to end. I might as well have some fun and try some things out. So I'm definitely doing some research with glam and just theatrics in general, and seeing where the universe wants to carry me with that.
Oh my God, I love your attitude. I love everything about, you know, the way you view life. It's so beautiful. We're getting close to time, so I just wanted to touch on anything else that's coming up on the horizon for you, or performance-wise or musically, that you'd like to share, and anything else that you'd like to add before we go.
Yeah, of course. So I will be a part of the I Voted series on November 3rd. I believe you can find them on Instagram, and it's on my Instagram page, which is Nina Diaz Music. A bunch of other awesome artists are going to be a part of it. Dresden Dolls is one of them. And I just encourage people to get out there and register to vote and vote. You know, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. And I have a couple of other things in the works, but nothing that I could really give too much information on, because I'm still getting information on it. But really, I'm just riding the wave too, and having some fun with the creativity, and just keep up with me. You know, NinaDiazSolo.com is the website you can go to that will lead you to my Instagram, because as I'm working on the creative side here, I'm also working on my graphics and everything. So if you want to see somebody really transition into the next phase of something, follow me, because you'll definitely be going on a ride.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you could be a part of this today, and I'm glad that we can share that with the world and raise your voice just a little bit more. Well, thank you so much. We'll put up links to all that stuff too. And just thanks, Nina. I'm so happy that you were here today. And thank you all for watching too. Remember that you can find all the full episodes of these studio sessions on Austin360.com. Just go to the Studio Sessions tab at the top, and we will be playing these sessions, the full audio, on Austin360 Radio also. I'm Amy Edwards. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our studio session artist, Nina Diaz. And you've been watching Austin360 Studio Sessions, brought to you by Bud Light. Until next time, peace and love and health and music and all that good stuff. Stay safe.